Lagos State government to commence test run of Red Line Rail. Federal government launches guidelines on safe motherhood. On the foreign scene, police takes dozens of people into custody as pro-Palestinian demonstration escalates at Yale University, New York campus. And in sports, Lagos teenage sensation Matthew Kuti to lead Nigeria's team to 2024 International Table Tennis Federation West Africa Regional Championships. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. Lagos State Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Benga Omotosho, has announced that the Red Line Rail from Agbado to Ido will commence a test run this week. Omotosho said for a period of 2 months, various interest groups and stakeholders will be invited to take a ride on the train to have a feel of the service the mode of transportation will render on the corridor. He noted that the train was part of the intermodal transportation system and as such, connecting roads to rail and ferry facilities will be fixed for easy access. Speaking on the First Mainland Bridge and the Lekki Airport, Omotosho said foreign investors will soon arrive to deliberate on the mode and sources of funding for the projects, which are positioned to change the economy of the state. He said the Lekki corridor, with the sprawling estate development and other projects such as the Lekki Free Trade Zone, Dangote Refinery and Lekki Deep Sea Port, is no doubt the new face of Lagos. Omotosho said the investment and human traffic attracted to the zone have made the construction of a new airport inevitable, as the Murtala Mohammed Airport alone can no longer serve the state effectively. He averred that the construction of the Fourth Mainland Bridge as an alternative exit route from that axis to the mainland is also a project conceived to address an envisaged human and traffic congestion which the Lekki Expressway will not be able to contain in the near future. Lagos State government has undertaken a dredging operation in the Ikorodu area targeting the primary channel in Awobo Estate. Commissioner for the Environment and Water Resources Tokunbo Wahab, who made this known in a post on X, said the initiative is in response to threats of flooding. He said the personnel continued with the cleaning, deflooding, maintenance dredging, and evacuation of silts from Awobo Estate Primary Channel, Ibubu Ikorodu, to prevent flooding in the axis. The initiative, spearheaded by the Drainage Maintenance Department of the State Ministry of Environment, marks a significant step towards averting potential disaster and ensuring the safety of residents in the region. It will be recalled that last October, flash floods caused by rainfall affected traffic along the Ikorodu Road. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has opposed the establishment of state police, saying the country is not ripe for it. Speaking at a one-day dialogue on state policing, he said the establishment of state police will increase ethnic tension, leading to divided loyalty in the states. The Inspector General of Police, who was represented by AIG Ben Okolo, said the establishment of state police will also lead to multiple command structures in the states. He also said governors are likely to abuse the privilege of state police by using it for political gains, leading to possible abuse of power and abuse of human rights. Rather than establishing the state police, Egbetokun recommended the merging of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, and the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, to form a department in the police force. The FCT command of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, has intercepted 10 victims of human trafficking at Zuba Motor Park in Abuja. According to the command spokesperson Samuel Idoko, The rescued victims, aged between 24 and 34, comprised 1 male and 9 females who all claimed to be indigents of Ondo State. He said that on interrogation, it was discovered that the victims were being sponsored for illegal migration abroad. Idoko said the victims have been handed over to the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, by the NSCDC Commandant Olushola Odumosu. And now to the rest of the stories. The federal government has launched guidelines on safe motherhood, targeting at least 7 million pregnant women and 6 million newborn births annually. Speaking at the launch of the guidelines, Labour Care Guide, and the guidelines for community use of misoprostol to commemorate the 2024 Safe Motherhood Day in Abuja, the coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Mohamed Pate, said it is possible to achieve safe motherhood in the country. According to Pate, the approved 25 billion naira from the Basic Healthcare Provision Fund through the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency and the National Health Insurance Authority gateways is to ensure quality healthcare in reducing maternal mortality, access to basic emergency obstetric care, comprehensive emergency obstetric care, and availability of necessary commodities for safe delivery. The National Safe Motherhood Day is an annual event marked on April 11 to create awareness and generate public dialogue on the best strategies and interventions that promote maternal and newborn health and survival within an integrated continuum of care. Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Olayemi Cardoso, has assured Nigerians that the CBN is doing everything possible to ensure that Nigeria achieves a stable exchange rate. Cardoso, who spoke in a joint briefing on the sidelines of the just concluded World Bank/IMF spring meetings in Washington, D.C., said the volatility in the foreign exchange rate cannot end overnight, saying there will be continuous ups and downs in the market. The CBN governor said the Apex Bank is targeting to double the current flows in terms of diaspora remittances. He admitted that the target appears very ambitious, but expressed confidence in the ability of the country to accomplish it. According to the CBN boss, the response from the Foreign Portfolio Investors, FPI, has been positive. And now to foreign news. Dozens of people have been taken into custody during a pro-Palestinian demonstration at Yale University, hours after Columbia canceled in-person classes to de-escalate tensions on its New York campus, where police cracked down on a tent encampment last week. Reports say demonstrators blocked traffic around Yale's campus in New Haven, Connecticut, demanding the school divests from military weapons manufacturers, prompting police to make arrests. The student activists say they are demanding the school divest from corporations that profit from Israeli actions in Gaza, transparency of the school's financial investments, an amnesty for students and faculty disciplined over their calls for Palestinian liberation. More than 40 people were apprehended by police. While addressing pressmen, Columbia President Nimat Shafiq said the university was canceling in-person classes and again denounced anti-Semitic language, intimidating and harassing behavior that she had said had occurred on campus. And now sports. Teenage sensation Matthew Kuti will be the cynosure of all eyes when Nigeria begins its title defense at the 2024 ITTF West Africa Regional Championships taking place in Lomé, Togo on April 25 to 27. Kuti, a double medalist at the 13th African Games in Ghana, will be making his debut at the regional tournament, which serves as the qualifiers for the 2024 African Championships, which will be held in Ethiopia in October. Touted as a title contender in Togo, Kuti will face a Herculean task against experienced players like former champion Oba Kizito of Cote d'Ivoire and homeboy Fanny Kuku. The Lagos State champion will not be alone in Lomé as he has the likes of Luis Adegoke, Abdul Basit, Abdul Fatai, Samuel Boboye and Matthew Fabumi as part of the men's team. Just before we go, please do not drive beyond specified speed limits. And that's all for the news at 6. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms on X, Traffic Radio 961, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration trained 78 persons and placed 12 under the Talent Development Program, TDP, a student loan program aimed at training young persons in tech skills and placing them in employment? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government's website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Benga Motoshaw, has announced that the Red Line rail from Agbado to Ido will commence a test run this week. The federal government has launched guidelines on safe motherhood, targeting at least 7 million pregnant women and 6 million newborn births annually. We also told you that dozens of people have been taken into custody during a pro-Palestinian demonstration at Yale University, hours after Colombia cancelled in-person classes to de-escalate tensions on its New York campus, where police cracked down on a tent encampment last week. And in sports, teenage sensation Matthew Kuti will be the cynosure of all eyes when Nigeria begins its title defense at the 54 IZTF West Africa Regional Championship taking place in Lomé, Togo on April 25 to 27. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Adeswa Ejoka. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe.